What happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. Lining up from about 230 yards here.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Going with a 3-wood here. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Yeah, Wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Lining up the birdie putt here. That's tracking. Oh, just missed. A par putt awaits. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Looking really good, this one. Ooh, right by the hole. Well, that's too bad. This putt is about 8 feet. It's got a chance. Well, that'll play. He's currently tied for 13th. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Feeling strong, going for less club. Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
Putting for birdie here. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. He finds himself tied for 6th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Sitting at 2 under par, currently tied for 6th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Is that right? I think so. Not the result they were after there.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Or a 9-foot chance here.
Nice little par putt here.
Looks good.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Ouch, that hurts. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person, but I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Okay, that'll work.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Currently 1 under for the round. Time to tee off at the 6th. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, it's straight into their face.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. And that's a long-range bomb, and rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And check out this little beauty. Nice touch. Yes, sir. Gets it to go. Thank you.
Let's see what happens here on the 7th. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
Yeah, a quality shot, that. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
This one is chewing fiber.
That is one of the best shots you will see.
Yes, got to think that's a certain birdie from there.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
This for a birdie run.
That's frustrating. 7 feet to the cup. This looks good. Okay, steady now. Putting for bogey here. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Yeah, that one will play. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
Get in. And down she goes from outside the range. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. He's in a tie for 14th place. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair and it's coming straight on.
Going with the 3-iron.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Good shot there. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Ooh. Well, that's a bit disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. And he's holed it. What a shot.
Can you believe this? This is right out of fantasy land. Holding out from that distance. What a shot.
Well, let's get stuck into the 10th hole, shall we? Good looking shot this. Sitting at 2 under. Choosing the 9-iron here. That one should find the surface.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
Oh, that one just missed the hole.
And a par is all but guaranteed after that fantastic bunker shot.
This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10.
That starts off on a good line.
It was on a good line. Putting for par. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Teeing off now on this par 3. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well played, mate. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
This is a good chance. Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here.
He finds himself in a share of 15th position.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Not bad. And here we are with the third shot.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Opting for the 9-iron.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
A couple under at this stage. Putting for a par now. Oh, so close. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, 13. It's unlucky for some, Rich. Oh, that was pure. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
There's no doubt about this rivalry. It's certainly heating up. That has moved them within touching distance of their rival.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves. A chance to keep it rolling. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here on the 14th.
chosen the pitching wedge here. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
And this putt is for a birdie 3 on the scorecard.
This one looking really good.
That'll sting a bit. Par putt coming up here.
The putt drops, and we're moving on. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
That's outstanding. What a putt.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Opting for the 6 iron. Second shot here on the 15th.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet. This is what they have left for a par. This really looks good.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Currently a couple under for the event. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Opting for the 3-wood. Needs this to kick a bit left. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
That's disappointing. 7 feet to the cup. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He's in a share of 12th place.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that, No, thank you.
Wow, what a shot off the tee. That set up a putt for eagle.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
Ouch, that hurts.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Needs this putt to tie Ricky Fowler. This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
That's a good way to move into the top 10.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently in 5th place.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
And as our player gets ready to face their final hole, they're confirmed to be 2 shots off the lead.
You got to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Playing from around 190 yards out. Just 2 shots behind.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last.
And that wraps up proceedings in this one.
And for a first start on the PGA Tour, Rich, you've got to take your hat off to them.
Yeah, not a bad first event on the PGA Tour. Kind of getting some nerves out of the way. Top 5 finish. Keep your eye on this player.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich P, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Pga Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now, there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. This one's going right at the pin here. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Currently at +1 for the day. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
That's nicely done.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. Let's return to live play now. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. It's just about 3 feet away.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
This is perfect. They can make great contact. You couldn't ask for a better sand lie here.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make their par. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Quality shot, that one.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. And back to the course with the live action. It's been a bit of a struggle on the greens. Hopefully he can change it here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's frustrating. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Ooh, nice line.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
Trailing by 7 after that hole. This hole is a par 4.
Nicely done.
From around 180 yards out. Going with the 7. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Oh, wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Ooh. 4 feet to the cup. That's a good putt to make, that one. Here we are at the 6th hole. And after a putt at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Nicely done. Sitting at 2 over. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Looking really good, this one. A bit too much pace on that one. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and everything. I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
Ooh, just missed that one. Sitting at a couple over for the event. Here we are in front of a par 3. Opting for the 3-iron here. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yeah, nicely played. This putt from around 18 feet.
Looking good.
Okay, steady now. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And that putt will drop. Well done. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Sitting at a couple of shots over par. Good choice. Going with the 3-iron. That's going right. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Just didn't drop. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. It was on a good line. A bogey putt awaits. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And now to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn. It'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
That's heading for the fairway. Sitting at 3 over. Getting ready to play their third. didn't that look good for a long time? Just 3 feet to the cup. Good looking putt. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Teeing off now at the 11th hole. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Just off the fairway in the first cut.
Yeah, this is lovely. And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
That was a gallant attempt. This is a par putt. That's pretty tidy. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Going with the 6-iron here.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Left yourself an opportunity.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Oh, this looks pure. Oh, so close. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Now it's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Sitting at 2 over par. Going with the pitching wedge here. Handy effort, that one. What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And this putt coming up for his par. Now 7 shots behind after that. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously, a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Opting for the 6-iron.
4 left.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Sitting at 2 over for the day. How close was that to going down? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th. Good shot there, Beamer. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Well, that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Oh, what a ripper from long range. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
And with that now, back to level par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. It's just about 3 feet away.
So far, so good.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Second shot here on the 17th. Going with the 3-iron.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Should find the green here. That should set up another chance. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Go on, get in the hole. Appears to have overcooked this one. And this putt is for a final score of 70. Ouch, that hurts. And this next putt, it's for bogey. The round now in the books. Good luck next time.
Well, Henny, we saw some extraordinary shot making out on the course here today. We saw some phenomenal play when it mattered most. A win over Bubba Watson, you'd put that in your kit bag and take it.
Absolutely you would. As we mentioned off the top, Luke, this player was gunning for the fearless Bubba Watson, and they proceeded to beat him. It was a great performance to watch this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this player's career goes from here.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Pga Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Opting for the 3-iron here. That one's heading out to the right. And here we are with the third shot. One wheat bix too many, I think. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This for par.
Yeah, you'll take that.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He finds himself at a share of 14th position. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Playing this shot from 120 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
That's frustrating.
Putting for a par here.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go up this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Good choice. Go with the 3-iron. That was a beauty.
Gotta like their chances from there.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Oh, almost went in. Let's get back to it, shall we? Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Putt is underway.
Wonderful shot. He's currently tied for 7th. The 4th at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole. Just be accurate on approach. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind, with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Oh, well played.
Great touch.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The 5th at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Opting for the 5-iron.
Nothing good out to the right. This is in trouble.
Time to play from the bunker. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ooh, right by the hole. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
That gets the job done. Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard.
The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
He's currently in a share of 11th place. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Okay, steady now. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And that's a good make in the end. Certainly helped them fight back from a difficult position.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Going with the 3-iron. Playing within their comfort zone there. Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
On that last one.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
And this putt to move into the top 5. Go in. Ooh.
Just a short putt remaining here. The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently on top of this one.
The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt.
Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit, but the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here, and I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in and year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone. And so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in John Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think John Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the John Rahm era right now.
Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
Lovely effort, that. Playing from around 110 yards out. Just 3 strokes back. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Getting ready to play their third. 3 strokes off the lead. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Love watching this player around the greens.
This one's looking good. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently 1 under for the tournament. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach.
The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
And from about 105 yards.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Sadly, this one will make a splash. Sitting at 1 under the card, trying to break into the top 10. Going with the pitching wedge here. Wow, what a shot. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
There's part of about 6 feet coming up. That one goes down for bogey. And unfortunately dropping back to even with the card.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. Great shot. Second shot here on their 13th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Time now for the 4th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. This is their 5th shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. This one for bogey. Good stroke. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's a good-looking shot there. Trying to get back to even par with this putt. Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Looks good off the blade. Now 5 strokes behind. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Putting for birdie.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Well done. Take the birdie. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 16th at TPC Sutherland is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Going with a 3-wood here. This one looks like it's going right. Not able to find the green in 2, but a bold play. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 4 strokes off the lead. Nice recovery there.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Just didn't drop. Well holed. Let's move on. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. That was a solid shot. Out of the bunker and onto the surface. And this one is for his par. Oh, what a stroke.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Wonderfully played. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That could play. Outstanding shot. High quality. Chance to shoot under par here. Make this for 70. It was on a good line. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
It's looking solid.
And with that putt, that'll bring his tournament to a close.
And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard working